Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me for our April market update. When we connected back in January, we talked through a full picture of the real estate market. At that time, we laid out what we believed would shape 2025. And in many ways, the forecast hasn't changed all that much. The fundamentals we discussed are still in place. Solid buyer demand, limited inventory, and steady but moderate home price appreciation. If there's one area that's holding back more than expected, it's interest rates. In January, we anticipated the rates would settle into the low to mid 6% range for much of this year. While that's generally the target, it hasn't been a smooth path getting there. Rates have been trending downward overall, but with some volatility, including a noticeable uptick during the first week of April. They still remain at their lowest level since December and are more stable than what we experienced through most of 2024. The broader economic picture, however, remains mixed. Consumer confidence is low, while inflation and employment numbers are surprisingly strong. These opposing trends are creating uncertainty, and with that uncertainty, it's hard to predict exactly what mortgage rates will do over the next few months. With that said, while the road hasn't been perfectly smooth, we're making steady progress in a shifting market, and opportunities are there for those ready to move forward. It's important to remind clients, life events, family needs, and personal goals often drive moves more than interest rates. And waiting for a perfect rate while prices rise could erase any financial advantage. I heard an interesting way of asking sellers about their intention of moving. Instead of saying, "Are you ready to move to a new home?" ask them, "Do you picture yourself in this home 5 years from now?" It's a good way to start a conversation. Now, let's turn to home prices. Prices are still rising, although at a slower, healthier pace compared to the surges of the past few years. This spring, we're seeing positive momentum. Inventory is rising slightly, pending sales are increasing, and days on market are dropping. Throughout our market area, the trend is clear. We continue to have more buyers than homes available, and that demand is keeping upward pressure on prices. Even though more listings are coming to market, conditions still favor sellers. You don't need me to tell you that homes that show well and are priced appropriately are drawing strong attention and often receive multiple offers. Today's buyers are seeking value, whether it's a move-in ready home or one that fits their lifestyle needs. We can help sellers recognize that they can have a true advantage if they follow your guidance for preparing their home for sale. If you have clients who want to move and are concerned about finding a home after they sell, remind them of Prosperity's Buy Before You Sell program. If they have 30% equity and list their home for sale, they can qualify for a new mortgage without the existing loan counting against them. It's designed to help sellers take the next step with confidence. It's a powerful tool, and our Prosperity Home Mortgage team can help guide them through it. Taking a broader look, it's natural for buyers and sellers to be cautious today. Between inflation concerns, rate volatility, and talk of a potential recession, consumer confidence is taking a hit. But here's the key. A recession, if it happens, does not automatically mean falling home prices. Unlike 2008, we don't have an oversupply of homes. We have a shortage. History shows that in past recessions, home prices generally remained stable and interest rates often fell. Spring markets are built on energy and optimism, and despite the headlines, this season is no exception. Our next edition of Market Insights will be out next week, and it will contain the statistics for your individual market areas. Be sure to look for it in the weekly flash. Thank you for all that you do to guide your clients with expertise, care, and confidence. And thank you for choosing BHHS Fox & Roach as your partner.